Hey everybody, it's low carbon keto nutrition specialist Amy Berger from toitnutrition.com, bringing you, as always, keto without the crazy. Okay, reminder to look below at the notes for this video. I always put links to relevant videos of my own that I mention, or blog posts or stuff from other people that I need to share. And just a quick reminder before I get into the topic, I'm on Patreon. So if you enjoy the occasional live Q&A sessions that I do on YouTube, every now and then I just pop up like as a surprise and I do a live video and I answer people's questions. If you enjoy that, you can have that every week. Every Monday evening at 8 p.m. US Eastern, I do a live Zoom call with my patrons. So patreon.com/toitnutrition, there's a link below. It's $5 a month, a whopping $5 a month. And you can participate live. So it's not a one-on-one call, it is a group, but there's question and answer, there's just general discussion. We can help you troubleshoot if you're kind of not getting where you want to go with low carb or keto. We celebrate, we cheerlead, all the things. So patreon.com. And there's also other exclusive content just for my patrons that I don't post on the public YouTube. I do like videos just for them, audio files. Okay, moving on to the topic. Now, I have a teeny tiny bit of notes here, very tiny. Let's talk about your why. Why are you doing keto? Why are you doing keto? Now, where do I begin with this? Because I only have a tiny bit of notes. I guess the first thing I need to do is my due diligence that what I'm going to share with you today comes from one person at least that I know for sure, and the second I think I may have learned because I might be combining 2 or 3 different strategies that I've heard from these 2 women. The first is Elizabeth Benton Thompson, not Thomas, or I always say her name wrong, Elizabeth Benton, and then she's got a married name. She wrote the book Chasing Cupcakes that I mentioned in a previous video. Really, really good book about habit change, especially around food, but really about anything in life. And then the other woman is Corinne Crabtree. I have not mentioned her by name yet on the on my videos, but she is like my new favorite person. I adore her. Anyway, she's a weight loss coach. She's not a keto person. She doesn't have a meal plan. She talks to everybody about this stuff. She doesn't care what you eat. She doesn't care what plan you follow. She wants you to fix this, which anyway, love her. So, these 2 women have been super helpful for me personally in my own stuff with food, and then of course I've been able to help other people from what I'm learning from them. So, getting back to the why, I just have to give credit to the people. I don't want to pretend like this is all my idea. Why are you doing keto? Why are you eating a ketogenic diet? There's like a million other different ways to eat. And it's almost like you have to go out of your way to eat this way in most modern societies, right? Like you have to it takes effort to eat in a way that is so far from the norm of how most people eat. Now, it's not hard. I talk about that all the time, but it's like it does take some thought. So the point of this video is that you better have more than one why. One is not enough. And now people, as I always say, people do keto for so many different reasons, right? So many different reasons. But most people, I think, try it for weight loss. I shouldn't say that. Many. Let's just many people do it for weight loss. Okay, so why do you want to do why are you doing keto? I want to lose weight. It's like a reflex. You don't even have control. It just, those words just come out of you. I want to lose weight. That's not enough. News flash. That's not enough. You know why? Because some of you are struggling really, really hard to stick to keto, right? Maybe you stick to it for a day or 2 or a week or 2, and then you face plant into carbs. So I know that the goal of weight loss for some of you, because I'm speaking from personal experience, I know that your desire or your need, your urge, your compulsion to lose weight is so strong and so overwhelmingly powerful and such a palpable presence in your very existence, and has been for years and years, that this desire to lose weight is so strong, there's no way that that's not a strong enough reason why for you to do keto. Except it's not enough, is it? Because you're not sticking to it. If that desire, if that urgent need to be thinner, be in a smaller body, was as strong as you think it is, as strong as it feels inside to you, then you'd be sticking to keto, because it would be enough to get you to stick to whatever, whether it's the Dr. Westman's page 4 food list, there's a link below, whether your keto would be phase 1 of the book End Your Carb Confusion that I wrote with Dr. Westman, whether it's the Atkins induction, whether it's anyone else's plan or protocol. If you're not sticking to it, then I don't care how much you think you want to lose weight. You don't want it badly enough to actually stick to keto. Right? I mean, that's like pretty obvious. You might not have ever thought of that before, but as soon as you think about it, it's like, oh my God, I think she's right. Because if that was a strong enough reason, I'd be doing keto instead of thinking about doing keto and wishing to do keto and doing keto for 2 days and then being off for 2 weeks. So you have to have more than one why. And the thing is, there's no such thing as too many whys. I think there's such a thing as too few. I think maybe 10 to 15 to 20 whys. And I think this was Corinne who recommended this. Get yourself either like those, they still manufacture these, who's old enough to remember those 3x5 index cards? Get these index cards, or get yourself one little pad of the 3x3 sticky notes, whatever your fit. They come in like every color of the rainbow now. When I was younger, they only came in yellow. You know the ones I'm talking about. They come in every color now. Get whatever color you like. Maybe this seems like a waste of paper, but it's for a good cause, I promise you. On each separate card, or each side of the card, or if you have the sticky notes, each sticky note, one reason why. Why are you doing keto? Why do you want to do keto? Because I want to lose weight. Okay. I want to this other reason. Come up with as many as you can. And here is the real clincher with this little exercise or technique, strategy, whatever you want to call it. There is no why, there's no reason why that is more important or more impressive or more legitimate than any other. Every reason that you can come up with for yourself has equal footing with every other reason. There's nothing that's more or less legitimate, and I say that because your whys can absolutely run the gamut from something like, I don't know, I just want to lose 5 pounds. Like I just want to fit comfortably into my jeans again that got tight during COVID, versus I want to reverse my type 2 diabetes. I want to stop having to inject myself with insulin for type 2 diabetes. Okay, we could argue that maybe that diabetes thing is a little more profound than fitting into your jeans again, but they're not. There's no judgment. Whatever you want to accomplish and why ever you want to accomplish it, totally legit. No less legit than anyone else's whys, and no less legit, no less important than your own other whys. There's no hierarchy here. They're not in number order like, well, number 1, I want to reverse my diabetes. Number 2, I want to do this. And we, of course, like I don't remember if I said the details earlier, but apart from weight loss, reversing type 2 diabetes, getting rid of your migraines, getting rid of gout, hypertension, clearing up your skin, getting rid of brain fog, heartburn, did I say joint pain? Like all reversing non-alcoholic fatty liver, reversing PCOS, and maybe conceiving a child naturally after having PCOS. So many different things. None is more impressive or more important. You could even have, and I think this was from Corinne too, like talking about things that seem really profound, like I would like to no longer have type 2 diabetes. That's a really big deal. Versus you just want to look smoking hot in some lingerie. there's no, that's the diabetes reversal is not better than wanting to look smoking hot. It's not a morality call. It's not a purity assessment. Whatever you want to do and why ever you want to do it is legitimate, and it all counts. And you better have a lot of reasons, and it's okay if they run the gamut from seemingly really profound and important to you to just kind of like, I just want to look better, I just want to be more confident, um, that you need more than one why. And here's why you need more than one why. Let's use weight loss as the example, just because again, I know not everybody does keto for weight loss, but like many of you do. Sorry, I was just checking on my timer there. Where am I at? 10 minutes. Okay, not too bad. So, okay, using the weight loss as the example. Many of you, even when you are sticking to keto and you're doing pretty well, like you really are sticking to whatever list you're doing, whatever program you're following, but the weight is not budging. The weight is just stubborn. What are you going to do in that situation if the only reason you're even doing keto is to lose weight? If the sole reason that you're doing keto is to lose weight and you're not losing weight, what's to stop you from just abandoning it altogether and going to eat 400 grams of carbs that day? Like what you have no reason. There's nothing keeping you on a keto diet. If all you want is to lose weight and you're not losing weight, why bother? No, I'm not telling you to give up. Like I don't mean it in that way. I mean, you better have some other reasons supporting you, like supporting that other goal, holding this up. That way, when that one reason falls apart or isn't really appropriate for that particular circumstance, you've got a whole bunch of other reasons waiting in reserve. And I almost want to call them backup reasons. Like when that reason fails, oh, we just call in the backup. No, they're not backup. Because again, the reasons are not, there's no hierarchy. It's not like, oh, we'll put in the starter, we'll put in the really good, we'll put in like the star quarterback, and then like if he gets injured, we'll call up kind of the reserves. No. Everybody, all the whys, all the reasons are equal. So they're not backups, they're just other reasons. They're reasons that might be more appropriate in a particular situation or not. So like again, that it's the best example of the only thing you're trying to accomplish is losing weight. Then what do you do when you hit that stall? And my friend Casey from Go Keto with Casey, she calls it a hover because it's such a more pleasant connotation. Like I'm stalled, I'm stuck, I'm at a plateau. Plateau isn't so bad, but like stalled or stuck. And I wrote the book Stall Slayer, which is about breaking stalls or hovers or plateaus on low carb or keto diet. Stallslayer.com, link below. But so let's say you're hovering, and that happens. I'm sure that's happened to many of you watching this. You're doing everything right, like really truly. You're not kidding yourself. You're not eating lots of carbs. You're doing all the right things. It was going really well, and now it's been 2 weeks. Maybe it's been a month. Maybe it's been 5 weeks. Scale ain't moving. If the only reason you're doing this is weight loss, then why are you going to keep doing it? You have to have other reasons, unless you might know that that's normal sometimes. It's normal to hit a little hover where you're just going to stay the same weight for a while, even when you are doing all the right things. The weight just isn't going to move. Maybe you know that, and so you're going to be patient. Like, okay, maybe weight loss is your only goal. You know that eventually that you'll be off that plateau, or the stall will break, or you'll stop hovering. You'll move down a little bit from the hover. If you trust that, then you can keep going, but you've got to have something else. There's got to be something else. And I really think, 10 to 15 to 20 whys. And if you have more, even better. There's no limit. I just think there should be there's no maximum to the number of whys I would like you to come up with. There is a minimum. And then another little technique that I don't remember whether it was Corinne or Elizabeth who I got this from, but have whys for your whys. Like let's say you can only come up with 2 or 3 whys. Okay, I want to lose weight, I want to get rid of my joint pain, and I want to clear up my skin. Okay, that's all you can come up with? Okay, great. Why do you want to lose weight? Well, I want to fit into all the clothes in my closet that no longer fit. Why do you want to fit into those clothes? You could just go buy new clothes. Why do you want to fit into those clothes? Well, because, or I think I'll feel more confident. Why will you feel more confident if you're thinner? Why will you feel, and that's a whole other topic we could get into, but like, just keep digging, keep mining, mine each why for another why. You'll probably get 3 or 4 more whys, like easily out of each one big why. Well, I want to get rid of my joint pain. Why do you want to not have joint pain anymore? Well, I want to be able to hike with my son. Why do you want to be able to hike with your son? You know what? Why? I just think that it's not a magical solution that's not automatically going to make it easier for you to stick to keto, but it can certainly help. And maybe it won't help every time, but it'll help sometimes. And the more we can help ourselves in various situations, then the more momentum we build. The more strategies we have to turn to, the more techniques we can use. Um, like look at a boxer or something. They don't just have one kind of punch. They have all different kind of moves and different from this angle, that angle, the left hand, the right hand. They got all kinds of stuff because they can't win the fight with just the one strategy. Just hit. I mean, you probably can if you're strong enough. You just knock your opponent clear on the face on the first strike and you're good to go. But you know what I mean. If like what did I talk about? I did a video not long ago on be flexible and pivot. Pivot with the Friends episode. I just chuckle every time I hear that word because I just think of that, and some of you probably do too. Um, you have to be adaptable. You have to be able to like, okay, I'm in this situation. Weight loss is not going to get me through. What will? Maybe I want to reverse my type 2 diabetes. Maybe I want to get off my blood pressure medicine. Maybe I want to lower my testosterone if I have PCOS. Maybe I want to get rid of my acne. Like whatever the thing is, um, and I'll tell you what, from my own life, I well, let me take a step back before we even go there. The mining, the asking why to your why. Well, I want to lose weight, right? Like super. Why are you doing keto? Want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? There's a That's rich mining territory. You could mine a lot of information about yourself that you might not even be aware of. Why do you want to lose weight? Well, so I'll feel comfortable and so all this, so that. Why do you want to wear that outfit? Why do you want to shop at that store? Why do you want to, didn't I say like equally legitimate goal, I want to look smoking hot in a piece of lingerie or in a skirt or a whatever thing? Why do you want to look smoking hot? Why do you want to, like, just why? Okay. That's self-examination because you might you might not have ever asked yourself that. You might be kind of working off assumptions. You think certain things are going to happen when that weight comes off. Well, what are those things? Write them down. I think I'll be more confident. I want to feel more confident. Why do you want to feel more confident? Why aren't you confident now? Like, anyway, like you don't even have to ask how you think losing weight will make you more confident. Like if you're just thinner than you are now, why would that make you more confident? What? But you can ask why you want to be more confident. Those are different. Or why do you want to be more confident? Not how keto is going to help you accomplish that or losing weight is going to help you accomplish that, but why do you want to accomplish it? Okay. Getting back to a little example from my own life. I started keto low carb for weight loss myself. I started with the Atkins diet long time ago, and to this very day, to be 100% honest with you, to this day, my personally most pressing reason for sticking to keto, my biggest why, is weight loss and weight control, right? I would like to lose a little more weight and I'd like to keep that off for the long term. And the thing is though, I what I know about keto now, like I feel fortunate that I learned about keto, like that I if a silver lining blessing can come out of the fact that I've fought my weight most of my life, it is that I have learned all the other amazing stuff keto is good for, right? About the neurological and neurodegenerative stuff, about all the metabolic syndrome stuff, the skin stuff, the brain stuff, the joint stuff, the really rare inborn metabolic things that keto seems to be good for when there's no other treatments for these things. I mean, the more I learn about keto, and I say this on almost every podcast interview I've ever done, the more I learn about keto, the more I've come to sort of believe that weight loss is like the least powerful thing keto can do for you. Now, that's not to say that weight loss isn't a really, really big deal, especially if you are or were someone who is very, very heavy, very large, or if you're not that, heavy, but your weight has affected you mentally and emotionally for most of your life. Like, losing weight can be transformative. It really can. And I don't want to downplay that. But like I say on podcasts, oh, you can reverse type 2 diabetes. You can reverse non-alcoholic fatty liver. You can be free of joint pain. You can reverse, PCOS, gout. Did I say hypertension? Like, all this stuff, again, the skin clears, the brain fog is gone, all this amazing stuff happens. And oh, you might also lose a couple of pounds along the way as a little coincidence. So I just feel fortunate that I know all this other stuff about keto. So weight loss now is not my only reason. It's still, again, 100% honesty, it's still the top of my list of whys. But it's not the only like, knowing what I know about keto, and I come from a family history of type 2 diabetes, stroke, cancer, like we've got some stuff. And there's no guarantee that keto or low carb is going to prevent me from developing those things, but I'm stacking the deck in my favor, right? I eat a very healthy, good low carb diet. I do exercise sometimes. I get some sunlight once in a while. Like I'm stacking the deck in my favor to reduce the risk, right? Can't say that I'm preventing anything for sure, but I'm certainly stacking the deck to reduce my risk. And so, like, I think I'm in very good health. I really do. And, is it perfect? No, but it's pretty darn good. And maybe I have my, 15 plus years of low carb to thank for that. More like 20 at this point. It's been a long time. Maybe I have my low carb keto diet to thank for that. Maybe not. It could be a coincidence. Maybe I would look the same and feel the same right now if I was eating anything. I don't think so. I really don't think so because of the family history. And I sort of can only assume if I had continued to eat, and mostly eat because I was already exercising at that time, like eat the way I was eating 20 plus years ago, I probably would have type 2 diabetes now. I probably would be living with morbid obesity. I probably would have PCOS. I probably would have a lot of stuff going on. So I can't be sure that keto and low carb have prevented that, but I like to think they are. And so watching my mother go through the massive health battle she had, and again, just knowing in general the science of keto, I can't imagine eating any other way. What I know about keto, my question is not so much why would you eat keto, but why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you eat a low carb diet? Maybe not ultra strict keto. Not everyone needs to be, really nuts about it, but why? Now, I guess the reason is because those high carb foods are friggin' delicious. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Why wouldn't you do keto? Because high carb junk food is really delicious. Okay, the obvious aside, I really am starting to think just more like, why wouldn't I eat this way? I've been doing this so long, I can't even imagine waking up and having a bowl of cereal and pancakes. And not like keto, almond flour pancakes or like protein pancakes. I mean, like the real thing. I just can't imagine doing it, which is not to say that I never eat carbs, because I do. And I've been honest about that from day one. I'm not a saint. I'm not a keto saint. Every now and then I have a higher carb meal or a higher carb day. No big deal. But let me wrap this up, because where are we? We're like, almost 25 minutes. So have more than one why, because one is not enough. And you know it's not, because if it was, whatever that why is, whether it was reversing your diabetes, whether it's losing weight, whether it's getting rid of your migraines, whether it's getting rid of the joint pain or the gout or the all the stuff, if that was a strong enough reason for you personally to stick to keto, you'd be sticking to keto. So if you are, great. Like if you have no problems, and then you don't need help. You don't need to come up with a bunch of whys and a bunch, like, you don't need to do a lot of digging deep, because you're eating low carb, you have no problem, and it's fine. Like, you don't need help. If you do need help, then whatever why you have is not strong enough. So I just recommend and encourage you to do that task of, like, gathering some more. Get those sticky notes, cover your whole table in them. One reason why, sticky note. One reason why, sticky note. One reason I want to lose weight, stick it. Oh, why do I want to lose weight? There's number 2. Why do I want to do that? There's number 3. Um, and yeah, like I said, it's maybe not going to help in every situation. It's not going to be a magical cure for you to stick to keto, but it can help. And every little place that we can get help from, every little hole that we can plug, is going to move us one step closer to actually doing this and getting the results we want. So that's it for now. I'm going to start doing more videos on the actual nuts and bolts of keto, how to do it, what to eat, what not to eat, why, what's it for. Like, I'll talk more about the health conditions. I feel like lately a lot of my videos have been more about the mindset, which some of you have asked for that. So I want to sort of accommodate everybody, plus do the things that I feel compelled to do. But some of you have definitely asked for videos about the mindset and self-sabotage, and how to get consistent and all that. But somebody actually gave me the recommendation. I was saying that I was kind of like running low on ideas for new videos. And someone pointed out, like, I've never actually done a beginner's guide to keto. Let's say you're brand new. I'm keto without the crazy. I'm constantly talking about how overwhelmed and confused people must be if they're new to this. So much conflicting information, and who do you believe, and who do you trust, and why would you do that crazy thing they're telling you to do? Explain to me how does that work, and why, and how? I haven't really done that. I've done it a little bit in bits, and like, I have a video on hypertension, I have one on gout, I have one on metabolic syndrome and insulin, I have many on diabetes, but I've never really walked you through from, like, the ground up. Why is a ketogenic diet the way it is? What purposes might somebody use it for, and how does it work? Like, why does it help you reverse type 2 diabetes? How does it help to normalize the hormones in PCOS? How does it get rid of heartburn? Like, I do have a video on that too, but, like, how does this all work? Now, frankly, this is not an advertisement for End Your Carb Confusion, but truly, the title is the title for a reason, and I keep moving it to prevent the glare. This is the book. This is the beginner's guide to keto. Like, don't go getting one of those 400-page books that has recipes that you're never going to cook anyway, because by the time it's all said and done, the ingredients, you got an $80 meatloaf looking at you. Did I say that out loud? It's a skinny little book. You could read this book in just a matter of days, couple days, and very layperson friendly. Not a lot of, like, billion-dollar buzzwords in here. You don't need a dictionary next to you when you're reading this. This is how to get started in keto, how to do it the simplest, most effective, most powerful way, least complicated, least confusing way. So if you are new, or even if you're not new, but you need a refresher of the basics, you're totally overwhelmed and confused at this point, I do recommend End Your Carb Confusion Phase 1. Because it'll be a while. It'll be a while before I can churn out some of these beginner videos. And in the meantime, also check out the Keto Made Simple Masterclass. I will put a link to it. It's the first link I'll put below, maybe, coming in January. I think 5th it opens. Don't quote me on that, though. It's opening in January, and but you can get on the wait list now. So click the link. add yourself to the wait list, so that way when it opens, you will get notified and you can purchase the course and start immediately. It's an online virtual course taught by none other than Dr. Westman, but I am very active in that course. We have a private student only group where I'm an admin, so you can interact with me. We've had over 2,000 people do that course. We started it last November, November 2020. We started it, I think. Yeah, coming up. Yeah, so it's been about over a year. We've had over 2,000 people. Such dynamite results from the people that actually did it, from the people that followed the plan. Amazing weight loss, massive improvements in health conditions. The before and after pictures, like I said, they need a new emoji. The head exploding emoji is not enough. They need a jaw hitting the floor emoji, because I look at some of these pictures and I'm like, it's truly what happens. Just people getting, and people after long-term stalls, after thinking they were doing keto, they were doing this whacked out, crazy, nonsensical internet keto with all kinds of weird rules that are completely ineffectual. Just people getting results that they had not gotten after many, many months, sometimes years of doing keto on their own and floundering. So Keto Made Simple Masterclass, End Your Carb Confusion is the book. And what is your why? Because if you only have one, you better get cracking on a bunch of other ones. I hope that's helpful. Subscribe if you're not already, so you can catch all of my new videos that come out, and watch all the old ones when you have time. See you next time.